Alright, here we go. This is the lesson video tutorial for drawing 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm going to go ahead and just sketch them, and you can watch and see how I do this. So what I did was kind of mapped out by placing dots. There we go. So I mapped out by placing dots the corners. So I started at the bottom because I needed to make sure that the whole part would fit in this small area of the isometric paper. And that's what I did. So I just counted the blocks, dotted it out, and that makes everything much easier. And you'll see, so like I could draw these vertical lines now. So I could draw that one and then that one all on the same lined up ruler without having to move the ruler. I could do the same with this line right here and this line right here. And that's one way that you can become a lot faster at making these drawings or more efficient. So I always try to do that. There we go. I think I have a zoom button on here. Let's see if I can zoom in. There we go, yeah. So I'll zoom in a little bit. Hopefully that makes it a little easier to see what I'm doing. And like I said in the last video lesson, you have a choice. You can do this in pen or pencil. I highly recommend using pencil first until you become really confident and very sure of your isometric sketching abilities. But then if you are drawing in pencil, let me label this number 9. If you are drawing in pencil and you made your part correctly, you can double check, triple check. Then, once it's drawn in pencil, you can go back over it with pen to really make it look nice. Let me go ahead and add some hatching to just the side here. Okay, moving on to number 10. So again, this part is, I need a better version of this worksheet here because it's hard to see all the blocks that make up each of these parts. But nonetheless, we persist on. So this is 3 this way, so I'm going to put that right here. So this is the bottom line, that's going to be right here. That goes up 3, so up 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to go over 1, up 1. The top is 1 by 3. Okay, so I think that's enough for me to get started. So once I have those dots laid out, I can then connect them and start building the part. Just like that. Okay, so this video, it's only showing you how Mr. Cruz would do it, how I would do it. There's a lot of ways you can start. If you don't need the dots, you don't need to draw the dots. If you want to sketch it out first with pencil and double check and then erase and use a new sheet of isometric paper, that's okay. For me, I'm at a point where I can just go straight in with the pen and sketch these parts. And these parts serve a lot of purposes. They help show you how to draw the isometric views of these objects, but also show you a lot of variety of objects. And that's a good thing because there's a lot of variety in many engineering parts or engineering challenges. These could be, these could be toys. These could be blocks for a machine. These could be alignment tools for a machine. These could be a variety of useful blocks for a lot of different applications. They might look like random blocks, but they might actually serve a purpose. They might be incorporated into a jig or a fixture to help a machinist make something. That's number 10. All right, I'm going to draw 11 and 12 now. So let me just sketch this out. I can see how many blocks are in it. You can do this to your paper. Okay, so we have a longer part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a longer part. So I'm going to start with the top view, the top surface again. So I'm going to put this dot right here is this corner. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2. All right, so there it is. And let me connect the dots for the top surface. Oops, my ruler slipped a little bit. That's okay. All right, so the top surface is drawn. Now it's going to go down 3. 1, 2, 3. And we just draw our vertical lines. Throughout sketching all of these, just keep reminding yourself each little block. So let me just quickly sketch a block here. Keep in mind, each little block is considered to be one unit. And I don't know how accurate this isometric paper is, but if it is accurate, it should be about 1/4 of an inch or 0.25 inches for each cube. And that's important to remember because you will be 3D modeling some of these parts later on. And knowing the length, or knowing that a unit is 0.25 is important because, this length right here, 0.25 plus 0.25 is 0.5. You would need to know that for making the 3D model later on. Okay, so there's part 11. Let's move on to number 12, this little, almost kind of like a fat Z. And this is the interesting part. Okay, so I'm just doing that to help me visualize. And so the top, let's draw the top. So I'm going to put the dots here. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is 1 over 1. So 1 over 1. Go 3 down, 1, 2, 3. So I got my dots, and let me connect those dots. So you see how I just drew all of those lines first? That's because I didn't want to have to move my ruler over and over and over again to a new angle. And I did that again with these lines. And now I just go down 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Connect those lines to those corners. This part is almost done. Last number 12. Let me add the hatching. And somebody is calling me. So there you go, number 12. And make sure you have 1 to 12 on your isometric sheet.